if you're not enjoying relationships, it's because your nervous system goes into stress in a relationship, in connection, and it's that feels uncomfortable, and that's why you don't enjoy relationships. That's why some areas of your life could be improved by you regulating your nervous system, especially in moments of connection, so you can start dropping out of your head and into your body, and you can contact feelings within you that will allow you to connect with other people and to start feeling good. You honestly, like, so many people who say that I'm just a bit of a, whatever it is, lone wolf, I don't need connection. I disagree. I think you do, because you're human, and we have these nervous systems that when we're not stressed we feel good. When we're stressed we don't feel good. It's kind of that simple. We feel good when we're not stressed. We feel shit when we're stressed. And that stress or not stress is all to do with the autonomic nervous system, where we go from sympathetic to parasympathetic. Sympathetic, stress, don't feel good. Parasympathetic, not stressed, feel good. Right. So as you go through life, your past experiences and all the stories that you fed your unconscious mind is going to be controlling that response between stress and not stress. So if you were attacked by a dog as a kid, and then you see a dog as an adult, your unconscious is going to go to stress, not feel good. You're not going to feel good around dogs, so you're going to not like dogs. If there was a lot of stress around money at home, then your unconscious is going to be fed those stories, and then you're going to have a lot of stress around money as an adult. If you were rejected as a little boy around the girls, then you're going to have those signals into the unconscious that rejection is painful, avoid rejection. You're going to be an adult, you're going to avoid some women in order to not feel the pain of rejection. And it will do that by making you stress. So maybe you experience stress in relationship, or you experience stress when you approach a woman or you go on a date, because your unconscious thinks you're unsafe, and then you can't enjoy that experience. And so if you're someone who doesn't feel good connecting with other people in any relationship, whether you just meet people or whatever, it's because of stress. It's as simple as that. Even if you're just judging the people, if you're judging them, judgment, that's an emotion. That comes from, judgment is an act. The emotion is pride. Pride is a survival emotion. So that's why pride, I think it was mentioned in the old text, right? It's one of the 7 sins, because it puts us into a state of stress, of what they called hell. It's a lower state of consciousness, survival emotion. We can't feel good when we're prideful, when we're judging. I mean, don't get me wrong, I judge all the time. I'm not saying like I don't judge, but when I do judge, if I get real about how I feel, it's not great. It doesn't feel good to judge. Now, if I've had a lot of fear and a lot of really heavy emotions like fear, shame, apathy, guilt, and then I start being judgmental, you might notice that there's a very clear rise in energy from a heavier emotion of fear to a lighter emotion of judgment. Now, judgment is still a fear-based emotion, but it's of a higher frequency, so it can feel quite good in comparison to feeling the heavier emotions, but it's still a self-protection mechanism. And when we can let that go, we can climb up to higher levels of consciousness, such as courage and acceptance. From there, connection can only feel good. That's the experience of living in a higher state of consciousness, is that We can feel good with everyone. Even the people now who you judge as being annoying and bad for the world, they're all bringing you down into a lower state of consciousness. That this is the work, is to not be affected by anyone, not through judgment or anger. I mean, you think like Donald Trump, the amount of anger that's being riled up in the world, all of those people are losing their power. That's how the media works. It draws us down into our animalistic state of survival. We can't feel good when we're down there. So we need a whole bunch of things to make us feel better. And that could be more fame, more approval, more status, more money, more women, more scrolling, more sugar, more cigarettes, more alcohol, more drugs, more pornography. All of it is coming outside of ourselves to try and feel good out here, and never quite getting it, which is why we continuously search for it more and more. Never getting there, never ever ever getting there. And we repeat that. Not only do I think that we repeat it in this lifetime, but we come back to repeat it lifetime after lifetime. That's what we're doing. It's just constantly searching and searching to try and feel good. And we're like born in these societies that don't teach us the truth about our emotions. It's the accumulation of emotion that is unexpressed in us that's causing so much stress and causing us to try and feel good because we can't outside of ourselves, and it's keeping us on this loop. We just keep going over and over and over, not just in this lifetime but the next. We die with all this this desired energy unfulfilled, so we come back to do it again and again and again and again. Yeah, it's crazy. In terms of the chakras, this brings us down into the root chakra. That's where we're kept in our survival mode. The root chakra is all about survival. So we're kept down in that baseline of survival needs. We're never able to truly rise up to the higher levels and experience the love from the heart and the intuition and the realization. We just are kept from that in our constant seeking for the next thing. Dopamine is the thing that we seem to be wanting. That's what I get it though. Yeah, breath work is one of the most powerful means to clear out stagnant emotions and energy. Find a breathwork, conscious connected breathwork circle near you if you can. If you live in Brighton in the UK, then message below because I'm running them. And it's a good way to just get some of that fucking energy out. That's what we need to do. We're just backed up with so much shit that's unexpressed, and it's creating neuroses and it's creating disease within us. Dis-ease. Our body's in a state of dis-ease, so it creates disease. And our unexpressed emotions, I mean, the science is backing this up now. Like, cancer is a result of this. The emotional healing, like clearing out emotions, goes back thousands of years back in a time where people knew and understood how our bodies work. We don't have that knowledge anymore. How insane is that? It's been taken from us. We've been given a health system that waits until we're ill, waits until we're in a state of disease, and then it gives us pills. And then the pills create other diseases, more disease within ourselves. But if we were taught the truth about emotion, we were able to clear out our emotional energy, then we wouldn't have we wouldn't have the industries that are reliant on all of this. It's insane. Emotion is energy in motion. It's in the word emotion, right? Energy in motion. And you look at the Latin root word for emotion, it's I don't know how to pronounce it. I should find out because I keep talking about it. A move air or something, and it means to move out. So emotions were designed to move out. But I don't know about your culture or society, but here in the UK, if you even mention the word emotion, most people, or a lot of people, depending on where you live, will tense up and get really fucking uncomfortable. So that's the level to which we're running from emotion. We're afraid of a part of ourselves. Emotion is a part of us. How can we be afraid of such a important part of who we are? Yeah, things need to change. But if you want to change the world, just go within, find that change within you first. Because if you try and change the world from anger and hatred, it's only going to get you so far. And so many of the groups, that are out there now trying to make big changes in the world, good on them. But they're doing it from so much pain. It's only going to get them so far. If they can clear out the pain, the emotional pain, they're going to rise up. They're going to become more powerful, and their message will be heard more. And yeah, it will allow the greater change to be made in the world. But you got to go within first. Forget trying to change the world when you're still in all this pain. People always hate it when I say that. Don't forget it. Still try and make changes. It's fine, but just know that you're going to make a more powerful impact the better you feel within yourself. You do that by clearing out the emotional residue you got carrying with you, and that's going to stop you from it's going to prevent you from feeling as stressed as you do. And then you're going to feel better. You're not going to need things around you to be any different in order to feel good. You're going to contain more love within you as a result of that, because you lose the attachments, and suffering is due to attachments to the mind. And then now, because you have more love in you, you have more power, you can step out into the world and make more of a difference. Yeah, a bit of a random one that. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you in the next video.